Hey there, I'm Joseph, and in this video I will show you which coins experienced buyers are aping in. This technique is really good if you haven't played around too much with the search query and you don't know which metrics to use yet. You can use this technique to see which coins are getting tractions, which coins are trending when it comes to experienced buyers, and either tag along with them or do even more research before you decide. Now, if you haven't played around with Moralis Money before, if you don't know what that is, it is the easiest tool in the market for finding great altcoins very early and minimizing the risk of getting scammed. I've added the correct link in the description below. Make sure you click that one, sign up, and try it out already today. And if you have any questions, make sure you post them in the comment section below or use our Discord for that. Now let's jump straight into it. We're going to do this in two different ways. And the first one is a predefined search query that Moralis provides us. And it is these coins below 500k market cap bought by experienced buyers. So let's click that and explore. Now this query takes market cap into considerations. I wouldn't necessarily do that this early when I'm trying to see for experienced buyers. I would add that maybe along the way and wouldn't put so much focus on it right here. But I'm going to show you the other way as well. So stay with me and let's go through this first. So besides market cap in this query, we have the security score above 80. And then we have experienced buyers increased by at least 10 this month. And even here, we get such a great list of different coins. And it's a big list. So we can do a lot of research. I would check, let's say we just start at the top. And we can see that this has been around for 118 days. It has a pretty low market cap. Holders has decreased with 25 this last week, but experience is up. Experienced buyers are up. Liquidity is slightly downward, but let's take a look at this coin and see what's happening, right? And we can see that the graph has been up and down, and it's moving down. So it's creating like flags, but it never breaks up, right? So we have another flag, but we never essentially break up. So let's see if we can do that right here. Seems like a support level area from before. So let's see what we can do right here. I usually take a look at these bubble maps, and this to me doesn't look good at all because we have one wallet that holds about 35% of the tokens. And this is not what we want to look for. So I would actually dismiss this right away. We can take the next one and see that we have increasing holders, buyers and experienced buyers, and liquidity for the last week. So let's take a look at this graph instead. We can see the bubbles. It's already a big difference. These seems to be the biggest holders, 2.5 and 2.5. And for me, usually below 5%, that's what I want to go for when it comes to the bubble maps, but then I take so much else into consideration. But this graph is basically dead, right? We see small signs. Now this is on the 30-minute time frame, so we see small signs, but yeah, let's see if we can take previous heights and move upwards. And with let's see, how old was this coin? 1000 days. Okay, if it's newer, like 20 days or below, I usually check social medias as well, because if they have lots of followers, then for me that's kind of like a safety for this project not being a rug pull, but you never know. So let's close this one. I will show you the second way of doing this, which I prefer. So let's go here and add experienced buyers increased by 500 this week. And then let's also do experienced net buyers increased by 300 this week. So experienced buyers are wallet addresses that have done over 100 transactions on this specific network, so Ethereum mainnet. And that to me is a pretty good indication because gas fees are so high. If you're doing over 100 transactions, that means you're spending so much on gas fees and you're probably not a scammer. Scammers usually create new wallet for 1-2 transactions and then just throw them away, create a new one, and moving on that way. And then we have experienced net buyers, which is the difference between experienced buyers and experienced sellers. And if we just use these two, we can already get a pretty good list. Now, I want to add some safety to this because I don't want to do too much manually research on the smart contract, what functions are there. who's the owner, who's the creator, if they can blacklist my address and that kind of stuff. So I want to add this security metric, and I want it to be greater than 50. 99 is the maximum, and for this score, what they take into consideration is, as I said, the functions in the smart contracts, who's the owner, how many transactions there are, how many holders, and those kind of stuff, even social metrics. So I don't want to do that myself, right? So I have a even better list now. We have 52 and above. And let's say we take a look at, let's take a look at trust. So we can even see Hex right here, right? So it's 1,200 days old. Let's start with that one. Over 2,000 experienced buyers this week, but holders is decreasing. Let's see how the graph looks like. So we've been moving down, but yeah, it seems like we are in a support area. Let's see what we do right here. But you can use so many metrics. I usually like to use moving averages for 20, 50, and 200 days to see if the graph is on a positive trend or not. And then you can use RSI and stochastic to get even more data or indications of where this graph might go next. And then we have the bubble now. This isn't too good either, but yeah, do your own research and see what this depends on, right? Let's close this one. We have trust, and we can see that, let's see, how old is this? Pretty new, but it has been taking out some good heights, new heights, which I really like, and it's bouncing back. So it had a good jump right here. Let's see if we can get the, I'm usually doing this on trading view, but let's see right here. So about 719% for this candle right here. And then it has been moving sideways a bit, but let's see if we can jump up from here and take out new heights. That would be really, really good. And if we take a look at the socials, 2.5 thousand, that's not too much, but you never know what can happen. But yeah, this is one way, or this is the second way, but I'm gonna add a little bit more to this. I'm gonna add a coin age, because I don't want to see Hex and other coins that are so old. I want to see less than 50. There we have a slightly different list, but you can also change this. If you want to have a bigger list, you can change this to 100, right? So then you get a massive list. Now here's where you can do some research, right? You can go into refund, for example, which I know this has been getting traction for the last couple of days. And you can see the holders been growing so much. Buyers, 16,000 buyers this last week, and around 9,000 experienced buyers this last week with increasing liquidity. That's pretty interesting. Almost 80 million market cap. And you can see if we zoom out how much it has been growing from here. So it did about from this bottom to this top about 117%, and now it's down to 70, which is good. And if you go way back, then you can see. So this is actually a healthy graph for me, because it's not like 1-2 candles up and then straight down. It's slightly and taking its time, up and down, sideways, moving up, going back down and trying this support area right here, as you can see from here. So we touched this twice here, and then we bounced back here as well, and then we bounced here as well. So this is pretty good, and we're doing the same here, right? If you can see, we bounced up above this resistance, small resistance area, but then we want to take out this all-time high. Let's see if we can do that this coming days or weeks. And these bubbles, I really like this. So we can see that this seems to be the biggest holder, 2.6%, 1.6%, 2%. So usually below 5% is what I'm looking for. So I really, really like this. We can take a look at the smart contract. We can go to DEX tools right here and see over 9,000 holders, almost 20K transactions. This is not a honeypot, so we can buy and sell. Very low buy tax, very, very low. And they can't change that. So they can't modify the taxes, which is good. They can't blacklist wallet addresses or transactions. They can't just pause all the transfers, which is good. We don't know the owner yet, but the contract is verified, so that means we can go and take a look at it ourselves. But yeah, I think this is a really nice token. Make sure you do your own research. I personally haven't bought this one yet, but I might take a look at it. But besides that, I hope you enjoy these metrics to use and to see what experienced buyers are aping in. And if you did, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're using other metrics for finding experienced buyers and what they are buying, make sure you post that in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video.